And we are live.
Awesome.
Go ahead and look for the broadcast, Abby. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. We just started our live broadcast, and we're just kind of grooving to some Afro beats. Say hello when you come into the broadcast, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Hey. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on into the broadcast. This is the Entrepreneur Show. Tonight, I'm your host, Martine Corte. Come on in, get settled. It's Friday night, right? It's Friday night. So, the end of the work week. I got my guests all ready to go. But before we get started, we want to welcome you in to the broadcast properly. So say hello so we can greet you in the room. Good evening, Sir Alan Black in the house. He says, good evening, beautiful queens. He is also Arthur. So we're going to, I might as well make this Arthur's night. So come on in. Welcome, Sir Alan. Appreciate you. We're going to rock to some tunes a little bit longer, and then we'll get started. Please say hello when you come in. All right. I like this.
Yeah, she has a very smooth sound. It's smooth Afrobeat, and it kind of just, the melody just gets you moving and uplifts the spirit. So I really love her songs.
Oh, I got a new artist to follow. I've never heard.
Yes. Guess who? Guess who told me about her? My older daughter, Jokwe.
All right.
I'm gonna love this, and I fell in love totally. Every single song Simi has out there.
All right.
She's very, very beautiful, small and just lovely.
Oh, wow. I'm watching the video. All right.
I'm sure I'm dancing.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Say hello when you come into the broadcast. And then also, if you're Dr. Abby, she shared it on her Facebook page. So hopefully we can get a lot of viewers tonight on this broadcast. Please share the broadcast. Please share the broadcast to everyone that you think would be interested in listening to a boss tonight, an Arthur, a CEO. Okay, we're going to let you know all about my guests, but let me just introduce myself for those that are new to my broadcast. My name is Martine Corte, and I'm an entrepreneur. You are tuning in to the Entrepreneur Show tonight. One of the shows that I run under my brand, MQ Services. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a best-selling author. My book is Journey to Greatness. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm also a small business owner. I'm also a 20-year tax professional and a 10-year landlord. I work with small business owners. I work with side hustlers. I work with authors, speakers, nonprofit leaders to help them reach more clients in their business, in their mission with the assistance of live streaming. So I'm so happy to present to you the Entrepreneur Show tonight. I'm also the host of this show. And I am the founder, visionary of our Back to Our Roots tour, Ghana, West Africa. So you can follow me on all of my social media platforms under Martine Corte if you are interested in anything that I just mentioned. But I have tonight a fabulous guest. Now, Dr. Abby, is this your first time on the Entrepreneur Show, or have I interviewed you before on this platform?
I don't think so, except if
Okay.
the Christmas show, where
Oh,
we all came in, if that was at the entrepreneur show, then this will be my second time. You know how that is.
yes, yes. That's what it is. Okay. So that's what it was. So I interviewed her before, so she's not a stranger to my platform. And so I know her. And so we're just going to go ahead and get it started. I have a special guest tonight, Dr. Abi Adegboye. She is a author. She's a young adult author. So she's written actually many, many books, and she'll let you know some of the books that she's written. She's also the CEO of Afro Leads Academy. That is her nonprofit. See, she's got her books. I told you she's the author over and over and over again. And her books are very, very interesting. So, but she'll share more about how you can get her books and everything. So she's also a John Maxwell leadership speaker and trainer. You guys know about that brand, John Maxwell. I remember that brand long ago. So she is a fabulous speaker and trainer under that brand. And she's also has her for-profit business, Rufus and Rachel. So she will share more about that. And she's got an event that she wants to invite you to. So with no further ado, welcome, Dr. Abby. I'm going to call her Dr. Abby through this broadcast. How you doing tonight, sis?
Thank you so very much. Now you're the boss of bosses, right? Thank you so very much, Coach Martin. Thanks for the opportunity to share with your viewers and mine. Hi, everyone. I hope you had a good week. Let me tell you what happened today. So the sun was shining. Yeah, it was still 33 degrees, but it was shining. So I decided to take the afternoon off as a sun break. So quickly I packed myself outside and did some walking just to see the sun. Because we had some dreary days, but I needed a sun break. So I took it. And I'm so much refreshed for it. I did the groceries, with the roads being the way they are, not as brave as you are. Coach Martin, I don't go out in the snow. I just it's like, okay, I see a flake.
Yeah, we got a lot of snow here in Omaha.
Yes,
wow, but when the sun came out, it was so beautiful today. Shoot, I had to use a sun visor. It was so bright.
I went out. I went out. You have to do that sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I did with my day.
I'm glad you enjoyed the sun today. So let's let everyone know that may not know you. Where do you want to start? You want to start with your books, or you just want to dive in one of the others? She's got a lot going on. She's an author. She's a speaker trainer.
Yes.
She's got a nonprofit and a for-profit. So wherever you like to start, you're welcome. You have the floor, Dr. Abby.
Okay. I want to start with this. I'm passionate about leadership development. Leadership development is critical for our futures. We see today that Africa is worse off than it was in 1976, worse off in 1990, worse off than it was any time in its history. Anytime you want to pinpoint it, it's worse off. We can't afford to let this trend continue. We can't afford the downward trend. We need to begin to develop leaders. And that whole, are leaders born or made? The leaders are made and trained because it's a continuous training. And so I'm passionate about training the next generation of leaders. Now, for me, that's youth, but it could also be an adult that thinks like a youth, that is young enough to pivot, that is young enough to be flexible and not know it all. Because the knowing it all has got us to where we are. Don't manufacture nothing, don't export nothing that's of value, and we keep importing and we keep consuming and we keep going further and sinking further and further in debt to where we're now selling. Yeah, let's leave it there. But just so you know, I am very passionate about this topic. So if you want to know one thing from me, that's one thing. Other than that, most of my books, I do both fiction and nonfiction, and I write for young people or the young at heart. I write for young people just so they have that training. Where we're missing it in my generation and previous generations is that we're not passing a mantle of leadership to the younger ones. We're not bringing them in at a sustainable level. That sustainable meaning we're not telling them that, yeah, Africa is worth your time, your skills, your resources, your everything, your lives.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we have this whole mindset of, oh, ship on my brother, it's better there, it's cooler there, and all of that. So either here in the diaspora or at home, my message simply is build, become a leader. Become a leader in your field. There are so many firsts. Can you imagine? You know, we just saw Amanda Gorman. Oh, that's the youngest poet that has ever been the first African American. There's still so many firsts that we haven't reached in our communities, and you're just amazed that after this hundreds of years, we have yet to breach so many hallowed halls. So my thing is become a leader. And when we catch them young like that, the sky is the limit. They can dream all kinds of grand dreams and achieve them too. So be the first here, there, and everywhere. Why not? Why not?
Right.
The under 20, 30 under 30, 40 under 40, and just keep scaling up. But we have to empower them to be able to do that. This is one of the press, 10 life strategies from President Barack Obama's journey to the White House. I'm a professor of political science. At that time, we didn't call it. In fact, we could not see it. It's like, oh, such an improbable candidate, and it's never going to be. And, you did the math, you did the science, you did the politics, whatever way you diced it, it looked improbable. But it came to pass.
It did. We got our first Black president.
And it all started with a dream. And that's my passion. Put the dreams in the heart of our young people while they're able to be wild in their imagination. By the time you grow up, too many knocks has hardened you, has kind of created this attitude of dreams are for fools. But as a young person, you're still passionate about dreaming. You still have that sense of wonder. You still have that sense of anything can happen. And even adults these days, anything can happen. 2020 happened.
That's right.
Yeah. So anything can happen.
That's right. If 2020 hasn't taught us anything, it's taught us that anything could happen. And I like the fact, Dr. Abi, that you're passionate about our youth and putting into their minds that anything could happen for them. The sky is the limit, and if they can dream it, they can see it, they can achieve it.
Yes.
It's
yes,
it's something that, why do you think it's so important that our youth understand that? Because we can say that to them all we want, but why is it so important that they get it, that they can achieve, they can be the next president of the country? Yes. Why is it so important that we make sure that they get it? We know why it's important, but why do we want to make sure that they understand?
Yes. Before I answer, hi Judy, hi John.
Yes, let's greet the people. They're rolling in. Hi John.
Hi Kia. I don't think we've met, but hello. Thanks for watching.
Everyone's watching. Okay, so that's great. You guys share the broadcast. We got Dr. Abi in the house. It's an author, and she's letting us know. Now, that book that you have in your hand, and I don't want you to forget about the question I asked. Can you show that again? That's one of my favorites.
Can you see it? Yeah, one of the prayers, 10 life strategies from President Barack Obama's journey to the White House. And some of the strategies are dream big. it is very important that goes to answering your question. It's very important that we create that capacity to dream in our youth, that we don't quench it like, oh, you think money grows on trees, or oh, was I made of, am I made of money, or who do you think you are? You're not that fine, or you're not this, you're not that. No, create that sense of wonder, that sense of achievement. The sky is not even a limit these days. Airplanes fly beyond the skies. You see the clouds beneath you and you're like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, so the sky is not even the limit. So why would you box them up? It's very important that they dream, because then they can achieve. As Les Van puts it, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still at least land among the stars. Mm-hmm. But if you never shoot, you never achieve. And the problem with that mindset is that it spirals down. So you're either scaling up or you're spiraling down. Mm. When you lose hope, you're spiraling down. When you're in despair, you're spiraling down. When you're mad in doubt and insecurities, you're spiraling down. Mm. So that you do less than you did yesterday, today. You do less today than you did less yesterday. Tomorrow, you do less than today. And, you just keep going down, down, down. And really, we think it's rock bottom. Some people will chisel that rock. And just like we say the sky is not the limit, the rock is not the bottom. So you don't want to go that route. You want to keep building in hope. Again, if you miss, you're not the president of the United States, but guess what? You're the president of West Roads. You're the president of this, that, and the third company. You're the CEO of this, you are among the stars. But if we never emphasize it, that this is what you should want for your life, this is where you should be aiming for, then gradually you get complacent, gradually you aim for less and less, and you take the menial jobs because you think that's what you're deserving of.
That's interesting. So if we're depressed, or if our youth is going through something personal or something that happened there, they start to go down that spiral path that you talked about. That's not good, because they may feel that they've hit rock bottom.
Oh yes.
Right.
And so, they get worse. They start hanging out with like-minded. They start doing worse things. They look at themselves like, did I do that? But that sense of self is lost. Mm-hmm.
Right. And to kind of stay up and achieve things and go higher and higher, we tend to stay around like-minded people. So if we're an author, we like to hang around with authors, or if we're small business owners, we like to hang around with small business owners, because that path is a path of increase. We're going up in life.
Yes, it is. Yes,
so
it is.
I'm glad
you hang around authors and someone tells you, oh, I have 10 books. And you're like, I'm still working on my manuscript.
I'm trying to catch
you get home and start doing.
I'm trying to catch up with you. How many books do you have, Dr. Abi?
I have 5. Well, as soon as you get home, you start scribbling something, won't you? Exactly.
Right. So that's how we, keep going up, and we get ahead and things progress for us, because we're always trying to reach that next milestone. If someone next to us has 5 books, that'd kind of give us an encouragement to, well, I can write 5 books too. Let me start with the next one, or my first one. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And again, I applaud you for wanting to, and you have the heart to work with youth, because we need people like that, especially now with this age, with the pandemic. Our youth have never experienced anything like that. And so we need more youth leaders. We need that. And so that takes me into your position with John
John
Maxwell. You
Maxwell,
are.
yes.
Can you
So
let us know a
before
little
John
bit about that?
Maxwell, before I joined John Maxwell in July of last year, 2020, in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah. But before I did that, I was doing leadership training. This Wanna Be Prez is 2012, I think. It was published in 2012. But I'd been doing it and kind of having to write my own material, get into workshop, all of the processes of an entrepreneur and also of delivering. So I was the teacher and the writer and
Oh, wow.
the creator, everything.
Everything.
But when I joined John Maxwell, he has over 40 plus years, right? 40 plus years in leadership development. These people are not joking. He is not a joke. He's a recognized leader in the field of leadership growth and development. Nations call him to come and train their top government officials. Companies, corporations galore. You understand? So that caliber, he then tells me these are the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. Oh, I say, yeah, they are the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. I don't argue that. Instead, right. I want to teach it to my people. I want to catch them young so they know at such an early age that communication is critical. You cannot mumble your way through life.
That's right.
You cannot text your way through life either, Snapchat your way through TikTok it either. You definitely have to be articulate. You have to be able to communicate with the person in front of you in order to get your message across. Yes, it's fun and all of that, the way we're communicating these days. But when it comes to serious stuff, industry, you need to have a few words under your belt, a few coherent sentences, So when I began, I encountered these materials. It was a whole other level of leadership training, a whole other level of leadership. In fact, I just finished, this is 15 invaluable, let me see, which one is the one I just finished? I just finished, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn for teams. And this is such a critical subject for adults and kids alike. Sometimes you win, but then also sometimes you don't. But when you don't, what do you do? You sit down there and go like, no, it's me, like we just saw. But you learn from it. I was laughing in class. Was it 2 Saturdays ago? The event at the Capitol had just happened. So January was sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, right? The next Saturday in class, I was just all over the place. I'm like, you can't script this. You cannot script this, can you?
I can't make this up, no.
And you can't stage it. It's like, you disgrace yourself so I can teach about you in class. But that's exactly what happened. And we got there and the young people were like, really? This should not have happened. This should not have happened. When we talk about what is objective truth, if we cannot arrive at an objective truth and an agreement to say this is objective truth, then we're lying to ourselves. Then we looked at the ways people tend to deal with failure. Is that you pretend it didn't happen and be like, that's common when you trip. When you trip, you quickly write yourself and keep going like, you meant to do that. It's just the style. But that's minuscule compared to people who commit major blunders and then pretend it never happened. Another thing is you could blame everybody else but yourself. And then you own no responsibility. On the other hand, so there are many ways that we deal with failure or losses. But what is the key way a leader should deal with it? It's to learn. So sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And that was a January month. So
Yes.
both that was what we unpacked in January. And my sessions are not me teaching. Hey, we're all learning here. I'm very young at that.
You
I don't know much. So,
Mhm.
you
I
know,
think it's important that the youth learn that sometimes you win, but we would say sometimes you lose, but I like sometimes you learn, which basically means we're learning from our losses
yes,
because it's not the end of the world. And sometimes our youth, they don't understand that you can learn from your experiences, whether they're good or bad, you can
exactly.
still learn from them. So leaders like you, youth leaders like yourself, under the brand, the John Maxwell brand teaches all of that. And I think it's critical. You mentioned communication, learning how
Yes,
to communicate. Our youth, because of the way life is, we have all this technology and they're, texting and they're not being vocal sometimes. And so they lose all of that, those critical points in learning how to communicate verbally. It's still necessary. You can't,
it
like you
is still
said, text.
necessary.
You can't text your life away. You can't text message everything.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that you are part of an organization that helps youth understand that and teach them responsibility, teach them critical skills, communication skills that they'll need when they grow up. you know
Yes,
and, and they may one day become a leader. I'm sure at any capacity they are leading. They probably
yes,
may not think that, but there may be an opportunity where they will take a platform and be in a leadership role, and they need to be equipped. They need to learn and be equipped and be
yep,
ready
yep.
for that. And that's what you guys teach them. Now, would your nonprofit, it's Afro Leads Academy, is that similar to what you do
Yes,
already?
it is. Yes, it is similar to what I do already. I also work with state facilities for youth, like youth centers and places like that. And typically they run grants. So you get a grant and you look for a place to serve. And so for those, I use my nonprofit AfriLeads Academy. AfriLeads Academy is about training the next generation of leaders. It's an imperative that I have received and I'm running with it. It's just here on out. We have to train the next generation of leaders. That's it. That's it.
That's right. We have a comment,
Artists,
Dr.
yes.
Abby.
You want to take
Um,
that?
Yes, for some reason, just so everyone knows, I'm not getting my Facebook Live comments on this StreamYard. So normally I would put your comments up on the screen, but I'm not getting them to do that. So I do have my phone, so I am watching the thread. Um, Artist Johnson, hello, Artist. Artist, he says, I agree. We must connect our youth on both continents to take all their collective training home to build the latest technologies, infrastructure in Mother Africa.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Deborah, Benjamin, hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Tarina. How are you doing?
Thanks for
Sorry, you
joining
guys.
us. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I am watching the thread here. So you guys, chime in, say hello. If you have questions for Dr. Abby, please type them in and I'll be sure to read them. Artist Johnson says developing leadership is the key.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Every time I'm from Nigeria, right? So every
Right.
time people go, oh, only God can save Nigeria, only God can save Nigeria. Yeah, coming down. We have to save Nigeria. And that is by putting leaders in power that will serve the people. Everything, John Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership. It's not a case of what came first, chicken or egg. Leadership came first. End of. A leader can get into a mess and create something out of it. Now, if a mess got into a leader, there's nothing you can create out of it. There's nothing you can create out of it. We saw that in the United States. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Abby, can you let us know about your event? You have an event coming up for our youth. And we need all the parents to listen up so you can get your students registered.
Yes. So January's workshop was sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. February's workshop is Leadership 101. Now, we've run Leadership 101 for teens before. It's a flagship program. And essentially, it takes you through our youth ages 13 through 19. We flip the numbers a bit. A good grown 12 or a younger 20 can get in, just so you know. Well, ages 13 through 19, we take them through the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. So this is the book we use. And the way class is formatted, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central, and that's 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern. Because I have people from all over, and actually we switched the class from 9 a.m. Central because the Pacific folks are like, we're getting up at 7 a.m. here. And I'm like, nobody should have to do that on a Saturday. So now it is 10 a.m. Central. And what we do is we look at these qualities, typically 3 4 qualities that align at time, and we talk about what it is. How does this play out in your life? Are you quick to, for instance, character? How do you know a good one? Probably, yes. So those are questions, and it's likely questions, so we talk about it. Yes, of course, I know I have had the book, so I have the answers, so to speak, but I let them talk. Because if they talking, that good ideas come up, and each week flows into the next, and each week you have a takeaway. You have a takeaway that you're going to work on. If you're averse to taking responsibility, this might be the week to work on it. And so when you return next year, like, so how was your week? Were you able to take responsibility for one thing, just one thing? Now, I don't expect we're going to transform the kids in the 4 weeks, but when we sow these ideas into them, when this knowledge comes up, it would last their lifetimes. They will be able to build on it, unlike, clean slate, they know nothing, but they'll be able to build on it. They'll be able to remember it. One of the testimonies I got was from training on choices. And the comment was, "Ooh, I remember today to walk ahead. That way I won't have to make excuses later," because it's a choice to do your work ahead of time, right?
Right.
And the participant had clipped one of the PowerPoints. Who knows what they're clipping in this Zoom meetings? They were come correct. But she had clipped one of the screen with that PowerPoint, because apparently that's something she really needed to work on. And when she got it, she was able to text me to say, "Yeah, thanks for this. I needed this." And that's what it's about. You build your caliber a day at a time. It's your daily habits. It's your weekly habits. It's what makes your character. It's what builds your character. But if you don't even know that you're doing something wrong, or you don't even know that your choices could be better, then it becomes a part of you.
So that's your workshop is going to be teaching those students that, right?
Yes, workshop February 6th through I think February has 28 days this year, however many days. The 4 Saturdays in February, it is Leadership 101 for teens. Leadership 101 for teens. And it's on my website, abiadegboye.com. We'll also put it in the links for this live. just come back and it will be there. I have it also on Facebook. I have a promo going up on Facebook. It's on sale. It's $39.99. But call me if you need an arrangement.
What's your website again,
For
Dr.
me,
Abby?
it's service. We do the non-profit thing, then we do the for-profit. So let's talk if we need to talk.
So your
So my
website
website is
again?
just my name. If you see my name on the screen, so it's myname.com.
Okay. All right. I'm going to add it to the broadcast so that they can see that. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Awesome.
So abidegboye.com. They can go there and register for.
Oh, no. You missed the A. You
Oh, okay. Let me
took out
correct
the A
it.
of the last name. Yes.
Okay. Let me correct that. Thank you for catching that. Oh, BOYE?
Yes. ADEGVOYE. ADEGVOYE.
A B
D. Oh, you want the whole thing?
Yes.
A, B as in boy, I.
Uh-huh.
A, D as in David, E. G as in George, B as in boy, O, Y, E.
Okay. I thought I had it right. Oh, okay. I got it.
It was
Okay.
just the A that was
It was the
missing
A that
of
was
the last
missing.
name.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Got it.
that's it.
There we go. So they can go to your website and register. The parents can register their students.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes,
there an
yes.
age range for these classes?
Yes, as 13 to 19. But again, if you have a grown 12, a grown 11, sign them up. Or a young 20, sign them up.
Okay. So what's the deadline, Dr. Abby, to register?
We are taking registration up until the 5th. Classes start on the 6th. So you don't want to miss classes. They're just 4 of them. The topics are evenly divided. So, and they build on one another. So you don't want to miss out on so much and then jump in the middle of it. And also get the bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
Register early, register like today. You get the Zoom details. This is a youth class, so it's not open to the public like that. So you do have to register and be invited to the Zoom. So,
Okay.
So we don't expose our kids to all kinds.
All right. So the age range again is between
13 through 19.
13 through 19.
It's just teenagers. 13 through 19. Yes, that's a sort of huge gap, but concepts are such that they grasp it. We don't teach it at such a high level or anything. I have young adults that I have training for sometimes, and that's not that level. It's simply the concept. And it's a concept at your level, at how you understand it and how it manifests in your life. One could argue that, oh, these kids are not leaders yet, but yet they are. You know, the firstborn is a leader, just born like that. That's automatic leadership in so many homes. I'm not sure there's even any culture where that firstborn is not. Have a second. I don't envy you all.
Now, Dr. Abby, are these classes online?
Yes, they are via Zoom. They are via Zoom. So I have people from all over the US.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they can sign up. So that's good because then it's open to anyone around the country.
Anyone around the world.
Even in Nigeria.
I've had UK, I've had Canada. I think it's a timing for Nigeria. I need to reach out.
Because they're 6 hours ahead.
Yes. But they should be able to join. It's just going to be in the evening.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you also have a for-profit, Rufus and Rachel. Can you let
Yeah,
us know a
Rufus and
little bit
Rachel
about that?
Publishing.
Publishing.
Yeah, it's just my background business. It's just my business. I used to publish for authors. I would run a training and then help people get their books out. Right now, I do coach. If you want to write a book, I would help you. I would instruct, but also come alongside you. It's a lonely profession, and for some, that's what's discouraging about it. Just been putting in the discipline and the hours, and nothing seems to be making sense. So I would help you along those lines if you need to get your book out, if you need to get your story written. And that's a coaching package. I will also, these days, we've moved more away from physical books, although physical books still sell. They still sell. So, but I'll help you all along the process.
Oh, nice. So there may be someone that wants to write a book.
Mhm.
You can help them through the process
Mhm.
and help them get their thoughts out on paper and the whole publishing part of it after they've written their
Yep,
manuscript.
marketing, what you need to do, how you need to go about it. And yes, yes, yes. If you need that
Nice.
support, I will support you.
All right. So I
But
want to
the
thank
heads up, I'm not an easy supporter. I'll be like, hey, did you write it? Did you?
there you are. There you are. If anyone wants to learn, the ropes on how to write a book and get their book published, get your dream book. I know everyone has a story, and it needs to be in a book. You can contact Dr. Abby. She can help you. That's her for-profit business, Rufus and Rachel. So, Dr. Abby, I'm going to let you have the last words. Anything that we didn't talk about or discuss. You have the floor to say so now, and then we can wrap up our interview. I hope everyone's enjoying this evening. My name is Martine Corte. If you're just joining the broadcast, this is the Entrepreneur Show where I interview entrepreneurs, small business owners, leaders, nonprofit leaders out there in the community to talk about their business or their mission, to talk about events that are coming up, and to kind of share if you like, the process of how to be, or your own experience as being an entrepreneur. So it's a twofold entrepreneurship interview. If you are interested in being on the show, just send me a message in Messenger and we can make it happen. Because I'm always looking for new upcoming entrepreneurs, even those that have been in business already for a while. I think is good to get some exposure on the different platforms. And so Dr. Abby definitely has been on the radio. She has been on Facebook Lives. You have a weekly show on Sundays. Dr. Abby,
Yes,
please tell me about it.
that is true. I haven't said anything
Yeah.
about it. But I see a question from Atis. She says, after receiving your training, she's advising now, do a Zoom meeting with Nigerian and American youth. Leadership is there. Let them cooperate in building something in Africa. We are moving towards that. We haven't, I had a African Diaspora Summit when the NSAS events happened, and we had people from Africa talk about what was going on, just to even have that understanding. So yes, we're moving towards where we would have just a global summit. African Americans, Africa everywhere would meet and be able to converse on topics that are pertinent to them. Uh, there are youth leaders everywhere. I mean, these days, 5-year-olds are doing wonders. You blow your mind. They blow the things. I think I just read, and Facebook, of course, serves them up to me because I'm interested. Uh, Bought a bus to distribute food or something like that. Yes, the parents support, but when a good idea comes to your child, as a parent, support them. It might go places or it might go nowhere. Either way, support them. So
Right.
Yes, that's in the work. Let's even import T-shirts for resale to build a bank, or do the solar.
He's got a lot of ideas.
Yes, yes, yes. We need to talk, artists. We need to talk. So I have a Facebook Live that every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central. So Sundays, 4 p.m. Central, I talk about leadership. That's the only time I talk to adults.
And that's that's broadcast on your personal page, right?
Yes, it is. Facebook Live. That's just Abi Adegboye at Facebook. And so you find me there on Sundays at 4. Join me so we can continue this conversation. Artist Johnson, I think I'm going to hunt you down. So we can sit and actually talk ideas. I'm open to ideas, but also with collaborations where appropriate, so we can grow. The whole idea is to build. We must build our leadership capacity. We cannot continue with the dictators, feeding the adjectives, that type of leadership. Folks who do not like us and do not want the best for us. So we need to build leadership capacity in order to do better. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
I second that. I second that. Our leaders, our youth are our leaders of tomorrow. So we have to start them young, as you said earlier in the broadcast. We have to get them young, and we have to instill in them the importance of learning how to communicate, learning how to lead, and be a part of the community to make a difference, to solve problems. That's what we're going to need them for going forward. Dr. Abi, where can people find you? What other social media platforms are you on?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. That's my other social media platform. I can't say I'm on Twitter. Let's just not.
Are you on LinkedIn?
No, I'm on Instagram.
Okay. What about YouTube?
I haven't built it either.
Okay.
So
I can see you being there in the near future.
Yes, coach. Whatever you say.
Well, what else have I not asked you that you'd like to share before we end the broadcast, Doctor?
No, I'm good. So sign them up. Yes.
Okay, so this is a call out to the parents, because you have to sign up your youth. So this is a directive to the parents. Listen, parents, we need to get our youth in these leadership classes. They are the future, and we want good leaders. They're going to be the ones taking care of us when we get older, and we want them to be able to make wise decisions. If you get under Dr. Abi's tutelage, she's going to make sure that your students learn all the qualities that's necessary to be a leader in the future. So again, Dr. Abi, let them know when is the classes, the deadline to register, and where they can register at.
Oh, it's leadership. Excuse me, Leadership 101 for teens. It is February 6th through the 27th. That is all Saturdays in February, 4 of them. And you can register on Facebook. It has an event page, which I'll link to this live, but also on abiadegboye.com. All right. And you can register till the 5th, but register today.
So register today.
That way they prepare their minds and they're ready for it. Instead of, oh, what did you do? And, dragging their feet. And even if they come resisting, they get to the class like, this is nice. Yeah, because it's fun, it's lively, and we just talk ideas, which you don't get to talk in school. These are ideas that are not freely shared in the classroom. So, yeah.
Okay, and it's going to be on a Zoom. So It is a virtual workshop class. Okay,
it is a virtual workshop. geographical boundaries are irrelevant. So sign up, Canada, I'm waiting.
all over the world. You can sign up for it. So parents, if you don't have youth, then forward this broadcast to someone that you know that has youth that may be interested in learning about leadership and how to get ready for the future. Because we need this to happen. We need to make sure that all the youth are familiar with it, are interested in follow Dr. Abi on Sunday. She talks about leadership. I tune in as many times as I can, and she's talking leadership. She's dropping nuggets over there, y'all. So Sunday, 4:00 Central Standard Time, y'all follow Dr. Abi on her personal Facebook Live page and join in the broadcast. Bring your questions. She would love to answer your questions.
Yes, please.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Abi, for your time on this Friday night. I appreciate you as always. And Dr. Abi is going to be on 95.7 The Boss as well, letting people know about Leadership 101 for teens. So she's going to be sharing it on several different platforms. So y'all can listen, y'all can follow her over there. We'll be announcing the dates soon for that broadcast if you want to tune in over there. But I thank you again, Dr. Abi, for coming in. I like to say Dr. Abi because she is a doctor. She's a boss. She's got 5 books, and I only have 1 book. I'm going to catch up with you.
That works for me. That works. Hurry up.
That's
Thanks
for sure.
so very much, Coach Rati. Thank you. You're the boss, you know. You say, she's the boss. No, this is the boss of bosses. And she just told me you're gonna be at the boss shop. Yes.
Yeah, you gotta get on YouTube. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you sharing your Friday evening with us as we talk about the Leadership 101 for Teens workshop. Parents, again, sign your students up or forward this broadcast to parents that you know that have teens that may be interested in this workshop. It is very necessary. So again, for those that are new to my broadcast, if you're just watching this, you're tuning in right now, thank you. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Show. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and type in the comments #replay so I know that you watched this on the replay, and I appreciate you. If you have any questions after the broadcast for either myself or Dr. Abi, please put them down there. I still respond even after the live is over. But thank you so much. My name is Martine Corte. It's been a pleasure being your host tonight on the Entrepreneur Show. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a small business owner. I am the queen of side hustles. I have several different shows that I live stream for under different brands. You can follow me on Tuesday nights under my brand Advanced Tax for Tax Talk Tuesday. I am a 20-year tax professional. You can also follow me on Friday nights. If I'm not doing the Entrepreneur Show, I am doing Friday Night Side Hustle Night School. So you can follow me on this same live under my name, Martine Corte, to find that show as well. So, and then also some mornings I'm doing the Boss Morning Show, 95.7 The Boss. So you can follow me there. I live stream when I have interviews, and Dr. Abi is going to be the next guest on the show as well. But I appreciate everyone coming into the broadcast. Follow us, follow Dr. Abi on her platform. She's also on Instagram. So she's getting it popping over there. So you can follow me on all social media platforms at Martine Corte. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Dr. Abi, again, have a wonderful night. Thank you for sharing your evening.
Thank you for having me on this show. This has been a blast. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. And for those that are entrepreneurs out there, small business owners, if you want to be on the Entrepreneur Show, send me a message in Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Some of you may be on Instagram. I'm a Facebook girl, so you got to send your message over here for me to see it, and I will get you on the show. We need to highlight more small business owners, okay? So just let me know, and we'll get it set up for you. If you are afraid of live streaming, make sure that you follow me on my professional page, Martine Corte. I'm in the little red skirt. And go to the groups and click on live streaming for small business owners and join the group and learn how to live stream professionally for your business. Everyone that has a business needs to be live streaming. And so Dr. Abby has picked it up and she's ran with it. She has her own show now. I'm so proud of her.
Thank
She
you.
took
Thank
charge.
you.
You're welcome. She took charge of her business and she is showing up for her fans, for her customers, for her clients. And that's what you all need to be doing. So let me know. I'll let you in the door. Just head over there and ask to join. Just knock on the door and I'll let you in so we can get it popping with the live streaming. I have over 130 small business owners live streaming professionally for their business. So you want to join that group. All right. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight for your time. Thank you, Dr. Abby. And we'll be talking again soon. You guys follow me on the next broadcast on any day of the week. Never know when I pop up. Also, follow me in stories. I do a lot in stories. So stories is popping and I sell out of stories. So if you guys want to learn that, you got to get in the group. You got to get in the live streaming group to learn all that stuff. So thank you again, Dr. Abby. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.